Welcome to Spintown, Spintown, creepers in the blue and gold. Spintown, Spintown, the Grim Reaper's gonna get your soul. In the cobble pit you get your soul, don't even try resisting in Spintown, Spintown!
Welcome to Spintown, everyone. I decided to upload an extra video this week because there's some new news concerning the Minecraft Blacklist that I want to share. If you didn't watch my previous video on the topic, I suggest you watch that video first. You'll find a link annotated in the upper right corner of this video and a link in the description below. I'll give a quick refresher with less detail for those of you who don't want to watch the first video. Alright, here's what we already knew. Mojang announced in 2014 that it was going to start enforcing the EULA to stop servers from being pay to win. A couple months ago, some servers were contacted by Mojang. They were told what they found wrong with their server, suggested how to fix it, gave them 7 days to say they would comply, and threatened legal action if they did not. Most server owners did not comply. Just over a week ago, some code was found and it turned out that Mojang had plans to blacklist 31 servers when 1.9.3 came out. It was believed that only 1.9.3 and future updates would be affected at this time. Server owners responded in one of two ways. They started scrambling to meet the EULA, or they decided not to update past 1.9.2 and ignore Mojang even further. Oh, and most of them had some sort of sale to try to squeeze out as much money as they could from their community while they still could. They were holding out hopes that the community response would be enough to get Mojang to change its mind about the EULA and maybe compromise. They also whined a lot about Mojang not communicating with them when in fact they just failed to listen. That's pretty much the gist, but yesterday we found out that Mojang did in fact backport the blacklist so that versions of Minecraft as old as 1.6.4 were affected. So all the servers that were planning to stand strong together for a while at 1.9.2 were having to fall in line. When people were suddenly unable to connect to their servers, they stopped standing strong and fell to their knees. After visiting a lot of the server websites, the general response was pretty much, "We're now going to follow the EULA, but we're not happy about it." Another common response was for servers to set up new IPs for players to use while they were still blacklisted. If I were Mojang, I'd be a little annoyed with that. A lot of them were also directing people to things like Forge because it allowed them to bypass the blacklist and still connect to their servers. Another thing I'd be annoyed with if I were Mojang. These were both temporary solutions and the servers did claim to be in the process of complying. The owner of Mindtime decided to shut his network down for good. While clearly miffed at Mojang, saying they are often unprofessional and incompetent, he also seems to be burnt out on Minecraft and this new hurdle isn't something he's ready to take on. I give him props for trying to do right by his community though. He's making worlds downloadable so people don't lose their builds, offering refunds to those who made purchases in the past 30 days, and maybe to some who made earlier purchases. I noticed that Powercraft posted screenshots of their communications with Mojang on their homepage. I also noticed that a lot of owners said they were in communications with Mojang's brand enforcement team working towards getting unblacklisted. Again, this just proves what I said in my previous video about Mojang communicating just fine and the owners not listening. Now they're being forced to listen. Over at Infinite Heights, they claim to have not been contacted by Mojang via email. I have no idea if that's true or not, but every owner was put on notice back in 2014, so it's not like they had no warning and this hit them out of the blue. The Camping Rusher posted a video update on the Archon status, and in his video he said they should be unblacklisted soon and will be complying with EULA. He also seemed very upbeat and positive about the direction of the server and its future, which is a nice change from a lot of owners. However, he did say a couple things I strongly disagree with. Most notably, no one else was switching, so why would we switch? It's simple. Because it's the right thing to do. That statement is literally the argument of a child when they get in trouble. I'm a big Rusher fan, but yeah, lame reasoning. Still, good to know the Archon is complying and the owner is so gun-ho positive about its future. We'll finish up with GotPvP, which was one of the more emphatic servers in terms of taking a stand against Mojang and saying Mojang didn't want to communicate. Well, they are now communicating with Mojang and trying to comply with the EULA. I also noticed a rant that the owner posted on May the 3rd. This guy probably hasn't seen the sun in years due to how far his head is shoved up his own ass. Listen to this. "I've been pretty sick and tired of hearing the non-stop whining and uninformed nonsense coming out of the players' mouths these past few days." With an opening like that, I had to keep reading. "While I understand you're entirely ignorant and have no idea what you're talking about, I still feel the need to write an explanation for everyone else." Yes, because people who complain or disagree with you must be ignorant.
GOT PvP is a business. It always has been and always will be. The tiny amount of enjoyment I used to get from running this server was obliterated long ago by the cancerous and disgustingly hate-filled players that have nothing better to do with their lives than be angry at someone else's success. I've never pretended I run GOT PvP for enjoyment or the love of the game, and I never will, because that's not my primary motivation.
Well, I think most people and Mojang knew your primary motivation. You like making money doing things you're not allowed to do.
I've seen too many posts saying the sale I'm running is a money grab before the server shuts down. That's simply not true. The sale is a combination of missing our anniversary sale in March due to the chaos with 1.9 update and the need for increased funds to get us through these hard times after the EULA enforcement goes into effect. It is a fact that our revenue will dramatically decrease over the next few months, and I'm running a sale before that happens to collect funds to keep this network running.
Whatever the reason, it's still a money grab.
For those of you that truly understand our situation and what we're doing here, thank you. I appreciate you more than you can imagine.
What you clearly don't seem to get is that what you're doing is wrong. Legal action has been threatened against servers because it's not just wrong, but illegal. You have been told to stop, and your reaction was to have a sale and do more of that thing you weren't supposed to be doing. So why whine and cry about your players when they complain about your money grab attempt? If they know about the EULA, and they know you're still selling stuff you shouldn't be selling, then they are informed enough to have a valid reason to complain about your actions. The fact that your server sold unbans tells me exactly what kind of owner you are. Mojang went to the whip hand because of shitheads like you. Servers should start falling in line now, even the ones not on the blacklist. If not, hopefully Mojang continues to go after the ones who don't, because if this is going to be done, it needs to be done across the board to maintain a fair playing field for everyone. That's it for today's video, and this was a bonus video, so your Monday video will go on as scheduled, so make sure you come back for that. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on Monday.